Near mint condition, the home of collected edition.
That cover's so awesome.
Absolute format is the best way to own this story. Time to empty those wallets and fill those shelves. This is the Uncanny Omar with
the Astonishing Melanie, and today we are going to be talking about Peach Momoko's Demon Wars Treasury Edition.
From Marvel Comics, so let's go ahead and get started.
Before we begin, I want to thank the fine folks at Marvel and David Gabriel for sending us this review copy. It is due out on the book market October 31st.
Or November 1st, depending on where you get your books.
And that's very appropriate, isn't it? Demon Wars come out on Halloween.
Oh, yeah. But I didn't think about that. Or November 1st, so day after Halloween. So, this is a follow-up to Demon Days. Astonishing Melanie, do you need to have read Demon Days, which is also available in Treasury Edition? Do you need to read Demon Days in order to enjoy Demon Wars?
No. Mariko, the character from Demon Days, it's the same Mariko here. You don't need to have read Demon Days to understand Demon Wars. There's a mention of her sister, but it's not an important part of the story, so it's okay if you haven't read Demon Days.
And the other thing I was going to say is that you also don't need to have kept up with X-Men. You don't need to have kept up with Marvel Comics continuity, because this is taken out of continuity. This is a reimagining of all these characters and this particular story, and based on the cover alone, I'm sure most people can guess what story that is, and that is, drumroll,
Batman! And this guy over here, that's,
Superman?
That's Thor.
You're the worst. Civil War.
I didn't even stay with DC. I just went with...
Yeah, you thought of the, Batman and Thor? Anyway.
Yes, that makes it more horrible.
This is a take on Civil War, but it's a really, really loose adaptation of Civil War. Let's take a look at the book itself, though. If you're not familiar with Treasury Editions, they are bigger than your trade paperbacks. This is the size compared to a trade paperback. And this is a follow-up to Demon Days, so Peach Momoko writing and drawing this amazing story, Demon Wars, the Marvel logo. Here's what they will look like on the shelf if you have them together, and these... I don't put them inside of my K-Lax, I actually put them at the top, like on top of my K-Lax. So to kind of give you an idea, that's where I put the gallery and the Treasury editions up there. Because they don't fit that well in the K-Lax. And the back of each of the books here, Peach Momoko, the Demon Wars Saga, rated T+. That's mainly due to the, I guess, cartoony violence that you're going to find in here. And this retails for $34.99, as well as the original one. I want to say the original one, the Demon Days, I think it's out of print. There is a trade paperback of this, but this one will be out in October. So let's look at the build really quick, and then we'll talk about the story and show off the artwork in here without going into spoilers. So the book is 144 pages, even though it's only 144 pages, and it is one of these soft covers, right? It's not a hardcover. They do have sewn binding in here, and... like I mentioned, the Treasury editions aren't hardcovers. I believe there is a term, and I can never remember what the term is for these soft, but they're not quite hardbound. So if you remember what that is, please let me know in the comments below. All right, we're going to crack this book open and show off the artwork and tell you just a little bit of the story to kind of give you a premise of what's going on in here.
As mentioned earlier, Demon Wars is loosely based on Civil Wars in terms of you have two factions of heroes, these good guys, and they're disagreeing about what to do to stop a demon that is causing earthquakes. Okay, so we have Iron Man over here and Captain America over here.
But they're not called Captain America and Iron Man. They're called something completely different. It makes it fun, and I will go ahead and say that no matter how long you've been reading Marvel Comics, sometimes it's difficult to guess who is who.
This is a total of 4 issues, all of them starting with the title Demon Wars, and the first one is The Iron Samurai, followed by Shield of Justice, Down in Flames, and then Scarlet Sin wrapping it up. The main character, Mariko, finds out in the previous story, Demon Days, that her father is a demon, so, she's got special powers. And in this story, she is spirited away to another world to find out that demon is what is causing earthquakes and is missing his head. She has the jawbone, kind of like a not a mask, but just the jawbone, and it does enhance her powers. So there is debate about how do we stop this demon from rampaging? Do we give the skull the jawbone back, or is there another way? And it's up to her to decide. So we have Iron Man here, but going by Baki Yoroi, and I apologize for pronunciations.
Baki Yoroi. I got you.
Hey,
I got you.
Thank you. Good job.
I've seen enough anime. And sometimes it's easy to tell who the character is, right? Like based on the color schemes, or sometimes the names just give it away. Other times, like this gentleman right here, we were trying to figure out, is this Hawkeye? Is this supposed to be the Falcon, Sam Wilson? Because he was Hayabusa, right? The character's name. And then you have Yamato, who's supposed to be Captain America. And there's other little things in here, like...
Black Panther.
Obviously, right?
Obviously. He's, and his name even has the word Neko in it, doesn't it?
Cat, yeah. It does. But there are other characters in here that I'm like, I don't know. So Melanie had to look it up online, like, to see what people were saying.
Yeah, just to be honest, and from what I could find, it was a little confusing still. We disagree with one of the characters. We're like, I don't think that's who it is.
Yeah, there's one character in here, and I don't want to spoil what exactly happens, that I was like, that's what the internet is saying? I disagree, internet. So here's example of Yamato, who, of course, is probably Captain America, just based on the character and color schemes. But
totally. And, going up against Iron Man, and we have Spider-Man here, which he's cute. He doesn't talk. I like him. I like him in the story.
He's more of a man-spider than Spider-Man.
So there is another party involved, some kind of force that seems to be controlling from behind the scenes, and it's up to Mariko, who is referred to as Princess, to figure out what is the real evil presence here and how can she stop it. Honestly, this book I would buy for the artwork. The story is fun. It's not that deep though, so if you're looking for something that flows smoothly with the narrative, you won't find it here, that it is rather choppy with that. It's more of the experience of her artwork, and just so much fun bringing in all of the Japanese folklore and mingling it with the stories that we know and love.
And I will say that I think this was originally, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but just based on this English adaptation and dialogues by Zach Davison, does that mean that this was originally published in Japan?
Japan! I mean, I would assume so, or just regardless, she wrote it in Japanese and then it was translated for American audiences.
It is going to be really interesting because she is now the one that's going to be writing and drawing Ultimate X-Men. And Hickman, whenever he was doing... I love these two character designs, by the way, and I can't spoil who they are, but there are thoughts. Hickman was talking about how different the line of Ultimate Black Panther and Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate X-Men is going to be than what came before. So, regardless, I'm excited, especially since she is busting her butt. Like, she is so fast and just an amazing artwork. And owning it in a Treasury Edition just makes you appreciate these beautiful colors and the panel layouts. I will say it's easy to follow, too, especially like during fighting sequences or even when just characters are standing around. It's easy to tell who's who because they're so different.
Let's point out a couple of our favorite panels. I love the colors and the swirls here. Look how trippy it is. Of course, I can't help but think of Yoshitaka Amano. However, I also thought of, does anybody know Junko Mizuno? And
I love Junko Mizuno.
I can't find pictures without boobs. But it just, I don't know, it just reminded me of this. Maybe the bold colors and the line work and such.
The cartoony feel to it. Yeah, that's a beautiful piece.
And I'd like to show this splash page here. However, I'm covering up a character, just in case for spoilers. But, oh man, just the way it flows. It's, chef's kiss. It's so gorgeous. In the back, you have the yokai files. So the folklore about these demons, spirits, ghosts, monsters, whatever, they are explained here. It's really interesting. I wonder who that is. And of course, the variant art covers, which is awesome to see people do variant art for Peach Momoko as opposed to, the other way around.
And that's obviously a big take on the Civil War covers, where half of it was the picture and then the other half was just the logo. It's gotta be fun to recreate a lot of these characters or reimagine them and just have free range with whatever you want to do with them. And that, as they say, there we go.
If you're interested in purchasing this book, please check out our sponsors. If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries, emails answered within 24 hours, waltscomicshop.com, and you can use the code nearmintcondition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over €40. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget, the CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more.
And that was the content, page count, and build of this book.
Let us know in the comments down below if you are picking this up, if you own the Treasury Editions, what other books you would love to see in Treasury Editions, and are you excited for Peach Momoko writing Ultimate X-Men? If you read the story, what did you think about this particular story? Everyone, stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.
Stay minty!